Hi everyone, welcome back. So this is going to be my end of year makeup declutter where I kind of go through my collection and decide if there's any makeup that I want to declutter ready for the new year. So it's kind of like a spring clean, I suppose. I guess a lot of declutters, a lot of spring cleaning, out with the old, in with the new, happens in sort of the springtime. But it's nice to do it at the end of the year as well. So you kind of go into the new year with a mindset of everything you've got that you like, you're in a happy space. And it's, I suppose, applying that to your makeup collection as well. So I have already gone through my makeup collection and decided on the items that I'm going to be decluttering. There are 6 items in total, so not a load of items, but then again my makeup collection isn't huge anyway, so there wouldn't be loads of items that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to talk you through these 6 items, what they are and why I want to declutter them. So half of these items actually come from my project pan, and I have mentioned this one a couple of times previously anyway, so this one really shouldn't be much of a shock. I am panning 2 Fenty concealers, and I've been panning both of these for the entire year. I'm now kind of getting to the stage, especially with the shade 150, which is the one I use on blemishes and more of like a foundation shade, where when I use it now I am scraping the sides like this, and I can see quite a few scrapes in the inside of the tube here where there's not much product coating the inside of the applicator. So with this one I am sort of really starting to see that I'm using this one up. With 185 not so much, but this one I tend to just use under my eye, so I'm not using much of 185 in comparison to 150. And the reason I want to declutter these two, and I have said this previously, but I want to declutter these two because I feel like the quality is not that great anymore. They're not that creamy anymore, they're a bit stubborn as well, they're quite difficult to blend out, and then when you do blend them out, especially under my eyes, you can really see them. They don't blend in seamlessly, they tend to kind of, I suppose, settle on the surface of my skin, so it's really obvious that I've got concealer on. They don't blend into my skin or blend into my foundation and create a seamless finish. So where with concealer, if you apply it and then leave it a minute or two and then blend it in, you get quite high coverage. With these, they just get really stubborn, so it's really difficult to blend them out. So with these, I can't let them sit on the skin. I apply them and then blend them out straight away. And they feel quite drying now as well. They're quite a dry concealer, and I think that's where they're probably past their best now as well. They never really used to be that dry. They used to be quite a hydrating concealer, but they do feel very dry now, and again, especially the under the eyes as well. Now recently, to try and get these used up, I have tried to wear them as foundation. The shade 150, which is also my foundation shade, in the concealer is far too light on my complexion, and it's a little bit too cool toned as well. And again, it just looks really obvious that I've got a load of makeup on when I wear this one as a foundation, and it doesn't blend nicely as well. It kind of settles into all of my pores, despite me, you know, hydrating my face beforehand, wearing a primer beforehand as well. And I've tried using this as a foundation with a couple of different primers as well, so I'm not sure whether it doesn't get on nicely with those primers or whether it just doesn't work as a foundation. But yeah, it just looks really obvious. It settles into the pores, it kind of separates, it looks really drying, makes my face feel really tight as well, so it's not a comfortable formula to wear. And I find that when I use these as foundation, my makeup just looks horrible afterwards. I did my makeup the other day with these as a foundation, and as soon as I was done, I looked at myself and went, I want to take it off straight away and start again from scratch. So not very nice concealers to use anymore. The quality really has gone downhill with these, I think, and they do have a 12-month shelf life, and these are definitely older than 12 months. Like I say, I've been panning these for all of this year. And did I get them last year? I don't think I did get them last year because I was on a no-buy last year, so it must have been in 2020 that I got these. So yeah, these are definitely past their sell-by date. And that's the thing with liquid products, that the use-by date does matter. It is important. With powders, you can be a bit more flexible. You can disregard them and be like, oh yeah, you know, I've had this this eyeshadow for a couple of years longer than the recommended shelf life, and it's still performing fine. But with liquids, the quality does diminish quite quickly. I mean, yes, again, the time frame isn't hugely strict. You can go past it by a little bit, but in my experience, not too far past the shelf life. So yeah, I think these have kind of seen their better days. They're past their best, and I just don't like using these anymore. I don't want to use these. They're now only in my project pan to get them used up. So I'm just going to keep these in my project pan until the end of December. So you will be seeing these in my end of year project pan roundup. but after that I will be decluttering them. They will be coming out of my collection and I can then start working on the other concealers that I own. Next item is another Project Pan item, and it's an eyeliner by MAC. It's in the shade Teddy, and this is like a cult classic eyeliner. Like, so many people love MAC eyeliners. People love the shade Teddy, they love the shade Costa Reach. But I just don't get on with MAC eyeliners. I previously decluttered Power Surge, which is like a sagey green colour, so a little bit kind of similar to the eyeshadow I've got on today. Beautiful colour, but was just a nightmare to apply, and the same thing applies with Teddy as well. The formulation is so dry, so you've got to apply quite a bit of pressure to get any pigment on your eyes. So if you wear this as like a standard eyeliner just on your upper lid, I've really got to like pull my skin quite taut and really like press hard to get anything to show up. And to try and use this up, I've tried to use it as an eyeshadow, so all over the lid. And my eyes get really sore afterwards because, again, I've got to apply so much pressure and draw this on my eyes that my eyelids become really tender. And I just really dislike using MAC eyeliners. I think the formulation is far too drying. Yes, the colour stays put, it's not going to budge during the day, but it's just a really uncomfortable eyeliner to use as well. So I don't enjoy it, and again, like with the concealers, this is in my Project Pan to get it used up, but I'm now of the opinion that why am I including items in my Project Pan to get them used up if I don't enjoy them? Because then what happens is that the makeup that I love and I really enjoy gets sat on my dressing table not getting used, and they start to go off whilst I'm panning an item I don't like. So that is something I am going to change in my Project Pan next year. I will still be including some items that I kind of want to get used up, that they're not particularly my favourite, but I don't want to pan items that I dislike. If I dislike anything, it has to be decluttered. And also in my Project Pan, I'm going to include some items that I really love. So I'm going to, I think, rotate through my foundations. I've got 3 fairly new liquid foundations. So instead of focusing on one, I think what I'm going to do is like a month on one foundation, next month a different foundation, so I can really start to work through them and get them used and get them loved. Because that's why I've bought them. I've bought them because I like them. So pan the items that you like. Don't pan items like this, like an eyeliner that's really hard, really drying, really uncomfortable, makes your eyelids sore, and is just a pain in the butt to use. So this one is, that was quite angry, this one is going to be decluttered at the end of this month, so another one that you will be seeing in my Project Pan finale video. But again, after that, it's out of my collection and it's gone. And actually, I think I've made some pretty good progress on this because I don't use eyeliners that often. I'm a sucker for eyeliner marketing, but it's just not an item that I get a load of use out of. So the fact that I've gotten down to this much left of this eyeliner, I'm actually quite pleased with that. I'm actually quite kind of proud of myself for using it that often to get it down to this much that's left. So I think I've got my use out of this. I've used this more than enough times to get an opinion as to how I feel about this eyeliner, which is I don't like it. So it's going to be gone, and that is why I'm decluttering it. So final 3 items are all lipsticks. So lipsticks are one of the categories of makeup that I love. I'm a sucker for lipstick. I always have been. I've always loved lipstick. I've always carried lipstick around with me in my handbag. I used to kind of be known when I was younger as that girl that had a lipstick in their bag and would always like get it out and reapply it. I just love it. I'm a sucker for the marketing as well. There's just so many finishes, formulations, colours, brands of lipstick that you can buy. So it's a really exciting part of makeup to buy. However, I'm really underwhelmed with my lipstick collection. I feel like there's hardly any lipsticks in my collection that I like and that I think suit me. I think off the top of my head, there's one Vieve one, which is like a burnt orange brown, which I think suits me. I think that one's lovely. And then there's like 2 reds that I like, which is a shocker because I'm not really a big wearer of red lipstick. But the rest, I don't like. I don't think many of them suit me. So I know I've just said that if I've got something in my collection that I don't like, I should declutter it. However, if I was to take that approach to lipsticks, I think I would only have like 3 left. So I'm starting with 3 lipsticks in today's video. There might be another declutter video coming up in the first few months of next year where I include some more lipsticks. But these 3 were the initial ones that I thought, yes, I don't like these, don't wear them, don't want them, get them out of my collection. So starting off with the first one, which is by Vieve, and actually, again, if I was to be strict, I would declutter 4 of my Vieve lipsticks, and I have 5. I would declutter the 2 pinks that I've got, obviously this one, the next shade up of brown, and then I would only be left with one. And that really saddens me because I like Vieve makeup. It's one of my favourite brands. I think it's absolutely brilliant. But their lipsticks, in my opinion, are where they fall down because the formulation is really drying. It's not very comfortable on the lips. It is very pigmented though, and it does stay for quite some time, but because it is a matte formulation, it's not the most comfortable of lipsticks to wear. And I just find that the colours aren't that nice either. So with the browns, I asked for 3 of the browns for Christmas or birthday last year, and I was fortunate enough to receive the 3 that I asked for, and the 3 that I asked for were ones that were recommended for warm skin tones, which is what I have. So one of them I really like because that's that burnt orange brown shade. The next shade down, which is coming in Haute, it's okay. I don't think it's the right shade of brown for me, but I feel like I can kind of make it work for now, which is why I'm not decluttering it in today's video. But the one that I am decluttering is in the shade Treasure, so it's the lightest of the 3 that I got. And on the hand, it looks beautiful. Warm, peachy brown shade, a very nice nude colour. On the lips, and I should probably apply it actually, shouldn't I? It is horrible. I mean, look at that shade. That's just... I think that looks awful. I think, and makes me sound like I'm being really unfair, I'm not, but I do think that this is probably one of the worst lipstick shades that I've owned because it just does not suit me at all, which is such a shame because on the hand it looks beautiful, it looks absolutely lovely, but it just doesn't translate into a nice colour when I've got it on. I think it blends in too much to my skin tone, but also makes my teeth look really yellow, so it's not flattering as well. I kind of want to do that when I'm speaking. I really don't like the colour of this. And also this lipstick as well has come out, so this has come out, and that happened the very first time that I used it. And I am not rough with my products, it's not like I was chucking this about the room, so it's really quite frustrating actually that this broke before I could even use it. Now it doesn't make the product, you know, unusable, I can still use it, but when I was applying it just then, because it has broken, it was like wobbling about in here as I was trying to apply it, so that is really not very good at all. But I just think the colour's horrible, and that's really the primary reason that I'm getting rid of this product. If the colour was nice, I could get away with making it feel more comfortable by applying a lip balm or a lip gloss, but this is just not my colour at all. I just really don't like this. I have tried to make it work by putting it in the centre of my lips with a darker colour as like a base. It's okay, it kind of works, but realistically I'm not going to use that as a method going forwards. Knowing myself, I'm just not going to do that. I have tried as well to like blend it in with a darker lip liner, but that doesn't work either. I've mixed it in with other lipstick shades. I just can't seem to get this one to work, so I have tried with this one, but I think it's time for me to say goodbye to this one. So earlier in the year I did a bigger declutter. I think I did like a lipstick focused declutter because I had loads of items, and this one was one that was one of my favourites when I was trying them all on, but now I don't like it. I can't seem to get this shade to work for me, so I don't really know what's happened since filming that lipstick declutter video. But the lipstick in question is a L'Oreal one. It's a Colour Riche one in the shade 235 Nude, which looks beautiful in the bullet. Again, it looks beautiful on my hands. It's quite a sheer shade though, but it's a nice pinky shade. But again, I'll put it on and show you what I mean. Now, I don't think this shade is bad like the previous shade. That shade was obviously not the right shade for me. I think this one is okay. It's alright. It's way more comfortable than the other one as well, than the Vieve one. This one is really hydrating. It's really comfortable to wear. It's got a nice sheen to it. But there's just something about the colour, again, that I don't think quite works. And I don't know what it is. What is it? Can you tell me? Do you know? Can you see what it is that I'm trying to explain? Because I just can't quite put my finger on why I don't like it. Oh, I don't know, and I haven't really worn this much this year as well, so that's another sign. If I'm not wearing items, there's really kind of a reason behind it, and if I don't think that it works for me, like with this lipstick, then why am I holding on to it? So this is another one that's going to go. And then this is the last one that I'm getting rid of. So this is a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, which is why I bought it, because I wanted to find a cheap dupe for the iconic Pillow Talk lipstick. And this is the NYX one in the shade Euro Trash, and this is a matte formulation, I think. yeah, matte lipstick. And it is a bit uncomfortable. It feels a bit thick. You can definitely tell you've got something on your lips, and this will become quite uncomfortable, making sure I haven't got any on my chin, very, very soon. Now, I think the colour out of the three of them is arguably the best, but I don't really wear these kind of colours anymore. These like mauvey, pink kind of shades. I don't think these are the best for me, and I actually forgot that I owned this. I thought I decluttered this one in my lipstick declutter video. So when I was going through my makeup, I saw it and was like, I thought I decluttered you. Tried it on, tried it with a couple of different types of makeup looks, and I'm not that keen. Again, I don't hate this one. I'm not looking at this one and going, oh my god, that looks absolutely awful on me. But I'm not loving it enough to think, yes, I want to keep it. And again, like I say, because I forgot that I owned it, I shouldn't really be holding on to this one then, should I? So yeah, 3 lipsticks that I'm gonna declutter. Like I say, I just feel really underwhelmed with my lipstick collection. I think there's probably 2 or 3 that suit me. Now, I am getting colour analysed next week. I've got next week off work, well, not the week after, this coming week. And I've got a House of Colour appointment, so I'm really hoping that I get some clarification on what colours suit me, what colour of clothes suit me, but also what colour makeup suits me as well, and in particular, lipsticks, so I can go and get myself some lipstick shades that really suit my complexion, because it really is an area of my makeup that I feel is kind of lacking at the moment. I've got decent numbers. I think I've probably got about, rough ballpark, about 8 lipsticks, I think, so I'm good for kind of numbers, but it's just the shades. The shades just don't inspire me, and then when I am wearing a lip colour, 9 times out of 10 it's a lip liner. So I really hope that appointment provides some clarity, and I get told, yes, you are this season, these are the colours of clothes you should wear, these are the colours of makeup you should wear. There you go, off you go, and then I can go and make sure that the colours of makeup that I'm wearing are the best for me. But those are the 6 items of makeup that I am going to be decluttering, so this will be reflected in my end of year makeup inventory update video. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again very, very soon for my next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.